In a decisive move reflecting the growing resolve of African nations to reclaim control over their natural resources, Mali's ruling junta has begun seizing gold reserves from the Loulo-Gounkoto mine, operated by Canadian company Barrick Gold. This action is seen as part of a broader push across the continent to assert ownership over Africa's wealth, breaking away from the long-standing grip of Western imperialists who have historically controlled the continent's vast mineral resources. The Loulo-Gounkoto mine, one of the world's largest gold complexes, has been the focus of a legal battle between Barrick Gold and Malien authorities, who have expressed dissatisfaction with the distribution of wealth from the nation's lucrative mining sector. Since taking power in a 2020 coup, Mali's military leaders have pledged to ensure that a more equitable share of mining profits goes to the Malian people. As part of this effort, Malian authorities issued a provisional order last week to seize gold stockpiles at the mine, beginning enforcement on January 11, 2025. According to sources, around 3 to 4 metric tons of gold, valued at an estimated $380 million, are now in the hands of Mali's government. A letter from Barrick CEO Mark Bristow to Mali's mining minister confirmed the seizure, indicating that the company is awaiting confirmation of the proper receipt of the gold by Mali's Solidarity Bank, a government entity. Barrick, in an earlier statement, had warned that the enforcement of the order could force the suspension of operations at the Loulo-Gounkoto site. This move by Mali's leadership is emblematic of a broader trend across Africa, where countries are increasingly challenging the exploitative practices of foreign companies. Leaders like Mali's junta are questioning the historical agreements that have allowed Western corporations to extract vast amounts of wealth from Africa while leaving the host nations with a small fraction of the profits. By taking control of its resources, Mali is sending a clear message that it intends to chart a new course where African resources serve African development. For decades, the narrative of resource extraction in Africa has been one of exploitation and disenfranchisement. Western companies have enjoyed favorable terms, securing the lion's share of profits, while local populations have often remained impoverished. This pattern, rooted in the legacy of colonialism, has drawn widespread criticism from a new generation of African leaders who are determined to reverse it. The significance of Mali's actions extends beyond its borders. Across the continent, nations like Burkina Faso, Tanzania, and Zimbabwe are also revisiting mining agreements, renegotiating contracts, and pushing for better terms from foreign investors. The era of African nations being passive recipients of foreign exploitation appears to be coming to an end. Instead, there is a growing momentum towards African sovereignty over its own resources, led by leaders who are unafraid to confront Western interests. As Mali's gold saga unfolds, it signals the beginning of a new chapter in Africa's relationship with global powers, a chapter where African leaders are more assertive in reclaiming the wealth that rightly belongs to their people. This bold move by Mali's junta, though fraught with risks, underscores the country's determination to break free from the chains of imperialism and take back control of its future.